So what did you get up for Christmas and get up to for Christmas and New Year's, Matt?
Who did I get up to?
No. What did you get up to for Christmas and New Year's?
Well, so it'll be the same answer anyway. Santa Claus, of course. Who
You
else?
got up to Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Even for New Year's, you had him for New Year's as well. You animal.
I know. God, I'm full now, though.
By Santa Claus, do you mean Chris in a beard? In a white beard?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because me and Yulia were talking about it. We should dress Chris up as like a drunk Santa Claus and then take him out in London and film him as he interacts with human beings. We thought that would be really, really funny.
Cool.
Yeah.
I could be like a little elf or something like that.
Yeah, you could.
I think I'd suit that role.
Yeah, you'd suit the elf role. I don't know what we'd do.
Is that a compliment or not?
I don't know. It depends on how you feel about elves, really.
I don't mind them.
My Christmas and New Year's was all right. I had time off of work.
Yeah.
I watched a Sherlock special. It's a Christmas special, but it was on New Year's Day, so I don't quite understand it. Because that's just silliness.
Yeah.
And
I was going to ask you what happened in it, because I haven't quite got around to watching it.
I was actually fairly disappointed, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I like the modern day setting. I didn't like it going back into Victorian times, because that means we could watch any old Sherlock.
Yeah.
And the hair just didn't do it for me this time, I'm afraid.
And Cumberbatch getting his dick out. I mean, what's that all about? They didn't do that in those times.
They did it just behind closed doors, not in front of cameras.
God, the Victorian
That's the only bit that I enjoyed, though.
Yeah.
By the way, listeners, we're just predicting now. This was filmed in November. This was recorded in November.
Yeah, we're not quite that popular yet.
Yeah, we're not that. Yeah, well, this was recorded in November, but we're predicting what will happen on New Year's. New Year's, I'll either stay at home because I don't like New Year's, or I'll go out and get pickpocketed somewhere. Pickpocketed, yeah. Because that's what happens on New Year's, right? No one actually has fun if you're not drunk, and if you aren't, or you are, you get pickpocketed. Why can't I say the bloody word? Pickpocketed. Yeah. I predict I'm going to be staying at home for New Year's because I don't like the outside world and people. More and more every day.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to be doing for New Year's.
You don't know what you've done for New Year's?
Oh, what I've done for New Year's.
Because you got so drunk.
Yeah. It was just,
you completely forgot. You and Santa were going at the eggnog.
Yeah, that's not the only thing we were going at, but...
You know the listeners aren't going to know whether you're gay or straight. Because of all the conflicting things that you've said all these episodes. I mean, they'll know that I'm straight, but I'm a perv.
Yeah.
But it's just a question mark, isn't it?
Question mark. Yeah, I've just got a big question mark over my head.
Yeah, you like Bikini Babes, but you also like Chris's feet, so...
Yeah.
And Santa Claus, apparently.
I'm confused, really.
And Jimmy Savile.
Yeah. He got a mention.
He got a mention on our post. This is actually a couple of weeks into January, I think.
Yeah.
We're a couple of weeks in January, but we forgot to talk about it last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we forgot to wish you a Merry Christmas in the Loch Ness episode. That should just be our Christmas episode, the Loch Ness episode, where we don't mention anything about anything.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's nice that you brought up our favourite paedophile, anyway.
Yeah, the saying favourite paedophile, it's just like saying it's your favourite terminal disease, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's going to become like a new part of the podcast, isn't it?
What, our favourite terminal disease?
Yeah, this week's our favourite paedophile. That's good. Yeah.
You know what? It's a short
really
list
because
we don't know many paedophiles, so it's a good thing that it's a short list.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some out there. There are loads out there. We just don't know them. I'm glad we've never gotten to know them.
Yeah, I really hope I don't know any.
Well, you're a bit old now.
Yeah, true. I'm not going to be a victim.
Yeah, you're not that youthful looking, and I have boobs, so they're not going to be interested.
I was a good-looking kid, though. I was a good-looking kid. I was cute.
There's like an episode of It Was Always Sunny in Philadelphia, when a character called Mac is offended because he didn't get molested as a child.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
And then he went down to the teacher's house and he was flexing for him, saying, I'm attractive, trying to attract him. That's hilarious. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is just great.
You have hyped it up.
Yeah, that's just one of the episodes. Like, it's all great. Every single episode is brilliant.
Yeah, because Danny DeVito's in that, isn't he?
Yeah, starting from season 2, Danny DeVito's in it. Like, I found it on Netflix, and I'd never watched it before, and I just binge-watched 10 seasons in about 2 weeks. It was brilliant. And then it was over, and I didn't know what to do. Nothing can replace it. So I've started rewatching it again.
You've rewatching it again?
Like, not, like, continuously, but the odd episode when I'm getting ready in the mornings and things. Because I know I like it now.
Yeah. So that's what my sister used to do, like, with friends. She'd put it on before she'd go to bed, and then she'd fall asleep while watching it. And you could just hear the bloody Friends music going on all night.
When I was younger, and I was getting ready for school, like 5 USA or something, 5 Star, one of those random Channel 5 channels, they'd have Dawson's Creek in the morning, so I used to watch Dawson's Creek in the morning before I went to secondary school. And just all day I'd have it in my mind, I don't want to wait for my love to be over.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, that's nice timing.
Yeah. It's like
my sister used to watch that.
I actually wrote an article on a website that I was writing for about the Dawson's Creek theme tune.
Really?
Because it was stuck in my head for some reason. So I managed to write a whole actual article about it.
Is that your proudest moment?
The thing is, I managed to bullshit my way through life. So I've had many other proud moments about things that I managed to write from a limited idea. Like, you know, my essay titles. I managed to string that out for 3,000 words.
Yeah.
So basically, every time I completed an essay, it was a proud moment for me. Oh, I'll tell you something that you'll be interested in. Guess who my little brother is having dinner with tonight?
A friend?
No. Someone you'll know of. Someone the whole of Great Britain knows of. And the world. And Obama.
The Queen?
No.
George Michael?
No. You were closer with the Queen.
Hitler?
If he had dinner with Hitler, I would have joined him. Just to get tips. It was like, so how did you become a dictator?
I told you he was still alive.
So my brother's having dinner with him about it. No, he's having dinner with David Cameron.
Ooh.
Yeah, my dad just sort of said that without any expression that he was having dinner with, because I was wondering why my little brother was walking out the house in a suit at 5 o'clock, and he's 16. I'm just like, what is he wearing a suit for? And then I asked my dad, and he was like, oh, he's having dinner with David Cameron. And then I said, why? And he was like, well, your brother's actually good at school. I was like, thank you for that. Thank you. And I was like, he was having dinner with the mayor of London before as well. I was like, well, I've met the mayor of London also on my way home, because he doesn't live that fucking far. But like, it just made me regret. I really wish I had known beforehand, because I would have bought an inflatable pig for him to take with him. And then my brother would not be the best student in school anymore.
You know what you do, yeah? You know those sweets? Is it Porky Pigs or something like that?
The pigs in the blankets,
Marks and Spencer's, you get them.
Oh, yeah, like the pig skin.
You should have got him some of them.
Oh, yeah.
And just got him to hand them over to David.
Yeah, my first idea was, we should have given him some eggs. And I said that in front of my dad, and he did not give me a, positive look.
He didn't.
No, but my dad doesn't like David Cameron either. So I don't know why I get the dirty look, because no one likes David Cameron.
Yeah, but now he knows your brother,
Yeah, him and my brother are all chummy. Oh my God, is my little brother going to become a Tory boy? Because he had dinner with Boris Johnson the other night. He's having dinner with David Cameron. Oh God, is my brother going to end up being a politician?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
That's someone to be proud of, isn't it?
Oh, God. But I love the listeners. If they've actually listened regularly, it's like, but they say this, this, and this, but she'd be disappointed that her brother was a politician.
Yeah. If he's met Hitler as well, your brother's quite right-wing, isn't he?
Yes. Like, what a bastard. And that was me thinking he wanted to be a physio. He wants to be the next David Cameron.
God.
But I can tax evade all I like.
Yeah,
My little brother and me don't really get along that well, so he'll probably up my taxes, won't he?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you don't really stand to benefit from...
No, I don't. Maybe I should just join the cabinet.
Yeah.
Should I join UKIP or BNP? It would be quite funny, wouldn't it?
It would.
I'm a brown woman in UKIP.
It's hard to think which one would hate you more. Probably BNP.
I think it'll be UKIP, because I think that's more racist.
No, BNP.
Whereas like
more
BNP,
racist.
no, they're
No,
both racist, but UKIP.
No, UKIP's just it doesn't like Europe. It doesn't like immigration, whereas BNP just doesn't like anyone that's not white.
Ah, okay. I thought UKIP didn't like anyone that wasn't white.
No, it's BNP. BNP are the really racist ones. They don't like Jews. They don't like anything that's not white or Christian.
Don't the BNP have a black, like a black member of parliament though?
Not BNP. I don't.
I'm pretty sure they do because they
It's
ruled
UKIP,
that they
I
had to.
think.
No, I think it was BNP.
Oh yeah, the BNP ruled they had to, but I think there's only they only had one. It's not because BNP don't actually have any MPs. They've just got one member who happens to be black, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like a legit party.
Yeah, you do wonder what would be his
Matt, why do we keep talking about politics in this podcast?
And racism.
And
I
racism.
don't know.
Because it feels like we actually know stuff that we shouldn't. We're supposed to have
Yeah.
air between our ears, aren't we?
I don't know. I mean, we are experts on the BNP. I mean, we are, we're the biggest fans.
Yeah, they stand outside my house protesting me.
Yeah.
Anyway, we should probably get into the episode.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. I forgot.
Because it has been a while.
On this wonderful new year.
Oh, yeah.
2016?
It's 2 weeks into the new year. Happy 2016.
Yeah, what
I
your
think
resolution?
it's either 1 or 2 weeks into the new year. I can't say for certain because,
Yeah, it's a bit of a
I
blur.
blacked out over Christmas,
Yeah.
so I don't know what I did. And then I was still blacked out over New Year's, so I don't know what day it is today. Sorry.
Yeah, so I just have a feeling so it happened over the new year. I thought I heard some like bombs going off and
Yeah, no, that
changed.
That happened.
I think
there
maybe
was
the
the Paris
apocalypse has happened.
stuff happened in November. November the 13th. Friday the 13th of November. I know the Paris situation happened then.
yeah.
Happened on Friday the
Apocalypse.
13th. It's only just clicked.
Yeah, I just realised she said that.
Yeah, I didn't realise. Well, to be fair, I didn't realise until the next day because that was when I'd actually spoke to people. I saw Lana because we went to see Jimmy Carr. And then she was just like, her mum was nervous about the Paris thing. And then I didn't know what she was talking about because I don't watch TV and I wasn't on the internet or anything. I was just chilling on Friday.
Yeah,
And I didn't have any contact with the outside world at all. So
yeah,
that's how I like it.
yeah. Pretty much. I think that's a segue almost, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that is. I didn't even realise. So this episode, we're going to be discussing social media, which everyone seems to be fond of.
Well, everyone.
Everyone that I know seems to be fond of it. Anyway, what else do we need to do?
Intro music.
I thought you were going to whisper it this time, or say it seductively.
Intro music.
That was you seducing the listeners, okay.
Yeah.
Seduction Podcast, where we talk about stuff.
You could so be around anyone's girlfriend and they wouldn't have to worry, right?
Yeah. I mean, usually when I say that, everyone's knickers just fall off.
They fall to the ground so
Yeah.
hard
It's
that
weird,
a
isn't it?
hole is left in the floor.
Yeah. It's weird when it's men as well.
It's usually just Chris, though, isn't it?
Oh, his knickers fall off all the
Yeah,
time.
but he's in prison. He hasn't been he's been getting more action than all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forcing the rhubarb. What?
Did you say forcing a rhubarb?
Forcing the rhubarb. It's what you do to rhubarbs when you're growing them. You have to force them. And maybe that's what he's doing in prison. I don't know. Growing rhubarb.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, he's growing rhubarb in prison right out
Yeah.
of his arse.
That's not what I suggested.
Anyway, this episode is the episode on social media.
Yeah.
Okay, so what accounts do you actually have?
What accounts do I have?
Like, what social media accounts do you have?
Well, I have Instagram. That's the
Yeah, so
for
you
me,
use that a lot, yeah.
Yeah, and Facebook. That's the only two I really have now.
I have, according to Google, I have accounts with pretty much everything. But the only ones that I know of, I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. And I have a LinkedIn. But I don't remember actually registering LinkedIn. But I get emails from people from LinkedIn with friend requests and stuff. So I guess I did finish that, but I don't use it, and I don't use the Tumblr. So I only use the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I barely use. I go on like once every couple of months, maybe. You know my Instagram habit.
Yeah. They'll just randomly get a like from you at some point.
Yeah, which means I deemed it possible that I found a picture that I could actually put onto Instagram, which again happens once every couple of months maybe. I've had an Instagram account for... I didn't even know I had it, first of all.
You didn't know you had it?
Yeah, no, people kept telling me to join Instagram, and then I tried joining up, and then it turns out I actually had an Instagram account. So,
Jesus.
yeah, so I had it, but I'd never used it, and I think I've had it for a few years. I've been using it since last year or the year before, and I've probably only uploaded like 20 things.
Yeah.
But you upload like daily, more than once a day.
I'm not the worst, though. Ghost Annie, she's still posting on Instagram from the dead.
Yeah, she posts from hell. Hell has some beautiful views.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I would post from the dead as well if I was Annie.
Yeah.
But Annie's like a photographer person anyway.
Yeah.
She likes her photos.
Yeah. She's good at that shit, so...
And then you've got those random people that would just only post stuff they're eating, which I never understood. They just post their meals before they've eaten it.
Yeah. See, there are some people that like that, but... See, I think that's all right if you, like, cook nice food. But if you like cooking, like, you know...
Spag bowl.
Yeah, you really don't need to take a photo of like that.
Yeah,
But
they
it's like-
do, and they hashtag stuff with it as well.
Well, I do hate those people that say all social media is just people going on about what they have for their breakfast. It's always old people that do that.
That is what
particularly.
it used to be like, I feel. I think that's what happens when people are first integrating into social media.
Yeah.
Like when I first joined Twitter, I didn't really know what to do.
Yeah.
I mean, because I joined it 2009, but I only started using it, I think, last year. I think I started using it properly last year. So when I was first tweeting, I didn't know what the hell to tweet about. Because I'd never
Yeah.
done it before, and I don't know what people do, what people tweet about. Because the people that I was following, obviously, they're like either actors or musicians or writers or whatever. So if they tweet about their works or works that like them, they
Yeah.
liked. So that's what I tried to adopt that, and I tweet about stuff I like or stuff that I've done. So like I retweet about, this podcast we're doing. Oh, which reminds me. I've forgotten what episode we put up last, hologram theory. I tweeted about that, and from the Dork Seduction account. Yeah, we'll talk about the Dork Seduction social media in a moment. From the Dork Seduction account, and it got a like from the conspiracy theory account,
Ooh.
which I found funny because clearly they hadn't listened to the episode. And then I liked them liking that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I understand why people tweet about the most random shit, because you don't know what to tweet about or what to Instagram about. Like my first Instagram picture was a picture of a DVD that you'd sent me, saying, "Oh, it's my first birthday present."
Yeah.
That's genuinely it, because I didn't know what to do. I don't really hashtag on my tweets, my Instagram, either. No, I remember hashtagging a few weeks ago. Cafe Rouge. I was sitting at a bus stop, and there's a Cafe Rouge right next to it. And then I found it funny that they had a sign out saying prefix, which means fixed price.
Yeah.
So I Instagrammed about that, and then I did actually hashtag Cafe Rouge, and then Cafe Rouge responded to that and was like, "Why don't you come in and have a go, have a try?" And I just responded, "I have actually eaten there, and I don't want to do it again." So I think it was a bit more rude, but that's the way I'm saying it now.
You rude, Taryn, come on.
Me being rude.
You're the politest person I know.
Yeah, I don't hide when I'm being rude on the internet, because you see these people with random accounts with random names. All of my social media accounts are my name. So if I insult someone and they don't like it, then and they want to say something, they can say something.
Yeah.
But I don't really tend to go out insulting people, because I just think that's a bit rude.
You're not a troll then?
No, I'm not a troll. So if I don't like an actor, I'm not going to tweet, "Oh, this actor's shit."
Yeah. What I find worse, though, it used to happen on Twitter, was
Yeah, it does.
people would actually tweet the actor to tell them they were shit.
Yeah, I just think
Why
that's
would you
rude.
do that?
I think that's rude. You don't actually have to tell them. I mean, if they're that interested, they could just Google themselves or go onto message boards.
Yeah.
I mean, I do tweet. I think an actor, or an actress or a musician or whatever is too close to home. It's too malicious,
Yeah.
I feel. But if I'm not liking a movie that I've watched, I will openly tweet, "Oh, I did not like this movie,"
Yeah.
or "I did not like this episode." I mean, I don't actually. Again, I don't do it that often because
Yeah.
I feel more like, well, if I didn't like it, it's not worth tweeting about. I'd
Yeah.
rather tweet about something I do like. That way, I'm giving it press, or people might watch it from word of mouth because of something I've said, and that's a good support of it. So again, I try not to be too negative, which I think listeners are going to be, shocked by. I try not to be too negative on my social media.
Yeah.
If I'm being negative, I keep it to Facebook because I
Yeah.
don't add random people. They're people I know.
Yeah.
So I'd rather be negative on Facebook with people I know, and because they know but they know me, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah,
So
you know.
they'll understand that I bitch and moan sometimes, or they understand the reason I'm being negative about something.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
You just
what I've
like
been-
complaining, basically.
Yeah, like I was Facebooking about that this morning. I actually quite like writing letters of complaint as well. But no, for reasons as well. It's not just because I'm
Yeah.
trying to be mean. Like, I ordered something a couple of weeks ago and it still hadn't arrived, so I'd emailed them
Yeah.
saying, well, you know what, hasn't arrived. I actually gave it more days than I should have done because it's supposed to be 5 working days. So now I want a refund of the actual item as well as the postage and an apology and to forward this to the complaints department and I'm going to be opening up a case with PayPal because that's what I paid through, and I'll probably forward it on to Trading Standards because you failed to contact me and blah blah blah. I'm
Yeah.
really good at writing letters of complaint, and they did respond because I sent that message out at about 6 a.m, and they did respond at like 9 when they opened, probably because it was lengthy. And I've already told you about my Buffy DVD stuff as well, haven't I?
Yeah,
I've told
yeah.
you, but I don't know if I've told. Were we talking in an episode? I
I
can't
don't
remember.
think we were.
Well, what happened was, I'm sorry if I am repeating myself. What happened was I ordered the Buffy box set, and the case that it came in, which is part of the box set, it was tattered and ripped, and it looked like it was used, and there was like no
Yeah.
sealant around it, and I got really, really upset because I've wanted Buffy for ages. I've just been waiting for a
Yeah.
price drop, so I
Yeah.
took like 10,000 pictures of this thing and wrote like a 6-page long email about how disappointed I was and how disgusting it was and how I would be complaining and I'd be leaving bad feedback and bad reviews. And again, with that one, they didn't email me instantly, so that pissed me off even more.
Yeah.
So I wrote another complaint email because they hadn't responded and attached the original one onto it 2 days later
Yeah.
because they hadn't responded. And I was like, oh, sorry, we didn't actually receive your first email. And it's like, but it's through email. I have proof that I sent it, you fucking idiots. This is supposed to be on social media. It's actually about me complaining, isn't it? But all I'm saying is that I'm really good at complaining. So if you ever want someone to write a letter of complaint for you, I'll do it. And I quite like doing it as well because I do the research.
Yeah.
I do the research for my complaint emails, but I do not do it for any of the essays that I did in university.
Do you like foam at the mouth or get like smoke coming out of your ears?
Pretty much. If I was animated, I would. 'Cause
Yeah.
remember how I told you on the last episode that we recorded for the Everest one, I'd woken up at 6 a.m. for some reason?
Yeah.
That's what I was doing at 6 a.m, is writing that email. And now the latest email I've got, because I asked for proof of postage, the latest email I've got is like, oh, our servers are down, obviously, because they didn't originally send it. And I was like, we'll send another one out to you. It should be with you within 2 to 3 days. And if you get the other one as well, you might as well keep it. It's fine, just as a goodwill gesture. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, I still want the proof of postage, actually. To prove that you actually sent it out. So I might get this free thing as well. I might get the other one for free. Or I'm still going to complain to Trading Standards.
Yeah.
So basically, I like to make everyone's life hell if I've been disappointed. Anyway, this episode is about social media.
Yeah. Tarman's rants over.
Yeah, but why do you find Instagram so appealing? Because you
Why-
are on it a lot.
Why I find that Instagram more appealing is that, particularly it's definitely compared to Twitter, is that there's no pressure to like write some like funny status or pretend your life's really good or funny. It's just posting photos.
Yeah, I
And it can be
guess.
photos of anything you want. And-
So is it for you just like an online photo album?
yeah, pretty much. It doesn't like, you can be, it's just like taking a photo of something you're interested in at that particular time. I post a lot of the albums I'm listening to at the time, or the music, that kind
You
of
were
stuff.
posting a lot about Wallander a couple of years ago, which is why I ended up binge watching it.
Yeah.
And then I realised you were watching the Swedish one and I was watching the English one.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, okay, we still have nothing in common about Wallander. All right.
Yeah.
But you've watched the English one now.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we have that in common now.
We watched it at a similar time, I think, actually.
Yeah, I think you started watching it just after I'd finished, like, the first or second episode.
Yeah.
No, I think I finished the first series because there was 9 episodes, but they were an hour and a half long. I finished it and I was messaging you about it, and then you started watching it.
Yeah, because I got through it quite quickly, actually, for me.
Yeah, I know. I got through it in about a day. Well, I think it was just over a day because they're like an hour and a half episodes. And we were having that Facebook conversation with like a million comments with other people jumping in and out as well. That was quite fun.
It's really dark, though. That's the only problem.
It is quite dark.
After you finish an episode, you're like, Jesus.
Yeah, like, people can binge watch Friends all they want because it's happy-go-lucky. Nothing bad happens. But we binge watch crime drama where people die, and the episodes are really, really long as well. And, like, the lead characters are really depressing, and their lives are so tragic.
Yeah. He's not a cheerful guy.
No, he's really not. The new one should be out soon, though. The new series. I don't know when, but it should be.
It's the last series as well.
Was it going to be the last one?
Yeah, it's the last series. Well, particularly, there's no more books because the author's dead now, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he died. So no more Wallander, however you want to say
Well, at least you can read the old ones or watch the old series. Yeah, so...
I've got the Swedish version. I've got my old Krista still.
Yeah, I've got, because they're on Amazon Instant Video as well. So
Yeah.
I always say I'm going to watch these things. They're all on my watch list, and I never do. But then it's also because you have to be in the right mind frame to watch TV or film of a foreign language, because you have to read the subtitles. It's not like you can watch it passively like you would with English TV, or you could sort of just have it on while you're doing other things. You really have to focus.
I find that with like any kind of TV series or film, though.
I can usually do... If it's in English language, I can usually do 1,000,001 things while I'm doing it.
Yeah. I can watch things like Mock the Week or QI. I can binge watch those quite easily, just because they're like funny. But like a series where you have to like invest in the characters and stuff like that, I have to get in the mood for that kind of thing, because you know you've got to kind of dedicate yourself to watching that night after night or whatever like that.
Yeah, I guess.
See what I mean?
I guess, but that's only sort of like at the beginning, though. Like, once you've gotten used to watching it, once you've watched a load of episodes, it's okay.
But I find getting to that place where you want to make that jump to watch the first episode. Because you're always unsure of a series before you watch the first episode. Yeah,
that's true. And even if past the first episode, I usually like to give it a few episodes and then decide. Yeah. But now I don't even have time for that. Like, I've stopped watching so much of the stuff that I used to watch, and I haven't actually added more things on, because, you know, the new TV year started in the US. I haven't started watching any of those, because I'm just like, I can't be bothered. I don't have time. I'll wait till the summer is up. I'll wait till it's summertime and see which ones are still on the air.
Yeah.
And out of those, I'll pick which ones I actually want to watch. Yeah. And maybe I'll get invested in those, because I just can't be bothered with it.
Yeah. It's like the first time I watched...
Anyway, no, we have to stop. We have to stop. Yeah. Social media.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's why I like Instagram. It's just photos, basically. And it could be, like, it's photos of, like, simple things. Like, everyone thinks photos have to be, like, you know, your holidays or really special things. I think sometimes it could just be, like, simple things, like daily things. I
like Instagram when I'm on it every couple of months. I like Instagram because I follow the like minor actors from Supernatural, because they always go to the Supernatural conventions and they are so funny. I think like the cast of Supernatural must be like the funniest cast like on television. Yeah. But they are the funniest people, and the pictures are hilarious sometimes. Like, seriously, they're amazing. So I love looking through those. And I also love Michael Keaton on Instagram.
Instagram. Oh.
Yeah, he Instagrams photos of newspaper articles that he finds interesting, so I sit there reading them. And so I go onto a photo sharing social media thing to read something.
Yeah.
I find that's quite cool, because that's different. You don't really see many people doing that.
Yeah.
Like, no one Instagrams a picture of a news article apart from Michael Keaton.
Yeah, my favourite... Well, no, I've got two favourite news articles. There's one about these 3 women who they superglued a guy's penis to his stomach. That was quite funny. And then there was one in the Metro about... there's George Osborne, and he's got his finger down where his penis would be. His little finger, that is. And
His little finger.
It really just looks like his penis. And from the angle as well. It's really funny.
Okay. Right, what about Facebook? That's the big one, isn't it? That it's pretty much everyone is on. Even my dad asked me to make me an account, and I'm just like, no, because you're trying to add me as a friend.
Oh, God, yeah. I'm still on Facebook, but I'm kind
It doesn't feel like you are, is it? It doesn't. Like,
No,
that's the
not
same with me. Because I used to, like, do you remember when you first made Facebook? The aim was to have as many friends as possible.
Oh, yeah.
Now you're trying to cut down your friend list as much as possible because you don't want these people.
Yeah.
And then you get the awkward moment when they re-add you after you've deleted them.
Oh.
Or you actually see them out and about on the street. And then they're just like, oh, we should meet up sometimes. And I'm just like, yeah, Facebook me. And it's like, but I don't think I have you on Facebook anymore. I thought you weren't on Facebook anymore. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Because I don't like giving out my number. So I'd rather, like, tell people to either Facebook me or email me. Because, like, my phone number is quite invasive. I don't want everyone to have it. Yeah, everyone seems to be able to have it. I don't know why they all get my number, but they do.
There's someone giving your number out.
Yeah, I think it's my mother, actually. But anyway, so Facebook, I sort of go on it if I'm just waiting for a bus, and I just look through not even my friends' stuff.
Yeah.
I look at the pages that I like, and because they have funny pictures or pictures of people or whatever, and I like them, or I also use it for news. So if Cinema Blend and things like that upload or post about an article, and I look at the headline and I like it, or Listverse do that as well, I'll read that. So I don't even use it to connect with friends anymore.
Yeah.
I find it quite annoying, actually, because now it's telling me, like, have you got this now, where you get a notification if one of your Facebook friends are going to an event near you?
Yeah.
It's really fucking annoying because I don't need to know that. That's way too stalkerish. I'm not even trying to be. I don't need to know where everyone is every second of their life. I mean, social media, it shouldn't do that. It's social media, it's a way to connect with people, but I don't need to know what they're doing every second of every day.
Yeah. Also, it's not nice knowing, like, other people are doing stuff while you're just sat at home, kind of.
Okay, that's your ideology. I'm just like, I don't need to know what they're doing. If I wanted to know what they were doing, I'd actually ask them. They are my Facebook friend. If I wanted to know, I'd ask them.
Yeah, but I don't particularly want to know either. But it's just, also, it's an add-on. I don't want, it's not nice to hear other people are getting up to really fun stuff while you're kind of,
Fair enough. I also don't like check-in. Like, I've actually changed all my Facebook settings so no one can tag me in anything until I approve it.
Yeah.
Because I hated it when people would check in for me, so they tag me in when they were checking into a place and they tagged me in it. I didn't like it. It was really annoying. I'm just like, why are people going to see where I am? If they want to know where I am, they can ask me or I'll tell them.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing, though, because I have to approve any sort of tag. So if I'm tagged in a status or a place or a picture, I have to approve it. But that also means I have to log on and approve it.
Yeah.
So that's a pain in the arse sometimes.
Yeah. See, because I actually changed my privacy settings on Facebook, so other people just can't see my statuses and photos, stuff like that.
Yeah, I've done that to some people as well.
Comment on it.
Like the moment when I knew Facebook was going downhill is when you had family members adding you.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I've got, like, loads of random aunts and uncles and cousins and things. I've stopped accepting them now because it's ridiculous. So I've got them on Facebook, but I block them from seeing or doing anything on my account.
Yeah.
Because you see all the shit that we get up to. My family do not need to know about that. Like, all the random shit we talk about. And because it's basically like the podcast in Facebook form.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the only way I can
the rare
explain
times
it.
we are on Facebook.
Yeah, we're never on it at the same time. Like, remember when like years ago, we'd always constantly be like, I used to update my status about 50 times a day. I shit you not. And we'd all have conversations in like the comments of ours or someone else's status update, and they'd run for like a couple hundred comments long, and we'd spend like, and that would only take us half an hour actually to actually get to that point. But and now we're not on Facebook at the same time. We don't even upload. I don't post that often unless I'm having a little bit of a rant. I don't upload things that often, like photos. I don't really comment on anyone else's status. I don't really pay attention.
Yeah. I think the Beaver Bus was our last.
Yeah, our
Proper
last sort of thing, but that
conversation, yeah.
only went on for a little while. Like, you and Lana, I was involved somewhat, but you and Lana were having a conversation, but I was just like, I can't be bothered to go on Facebook. I just let these guys have the conversation, and I'd only pay attention whenever you actually tagged me in it, because I knew you wanted my attention for some reason. And it was getting really annoying that you tagged me in the most random ones, and I don't actually know what you're talking about, because I haven't read the ones previous to that.
Yeah.
But I remember I was off
I
Facebook.
texted you that Sheila LaBeouf one, though.
Yeah, that's the one that I was talking about. And you and Lana had a conversation for about 50 comments or whatever.
We didn't talk. That was the most recent. It was another one.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
thinking
it was
about the one
about
before
Brad
that.
Pitt.
Yeah, yeah, that's the one. I was going to say something. I remember I deactivated Facebook. I was off it for like 6 months.
Yeah.
And it was actually really nice.
Yeah.
Not having to be connected with everyone.
Yeah.
It was actually really brilliant. And the only reason I signed back on was because we needed some of the pages, like, because we used to do Spockful, didn't we?
Yeah.
So we needed that page active, and I was the only one that would run it. So that's the only reason I went back onto Facebook.
Yeah. Because I went off it as well for a while.
I think everyone needs that break from Facebook, because you're too connected. You know everything that's going on in everyone's life, and you shouldn't. Like, remember when you were younger, the way that you'd find out things about people is that you'd have to have a conversation with them, or actually have to go out and chat with them and socialise with these people. Social media has stopped you from socialising with people because you don't need to. You know everything they're doing. Like, I know so-and-so is on holiday and having a great time. I don't need to meet up with her and get updates because she's already updated me.
Yeah.
Without actually talking to me. So
Right.
it's funny that social media just makes you stop being social.
Yeah. I think, like, also, I think Facebook's, like, useful for, like, maybe in a way for us, because even though we're in the same room right now, sometimes I'm in Leicester.
Yeah, but we
time.
don't really talk on Facebook. We use
Not
our
too
phones.
much.
Because
But
we
it's been
text
useful
and
in the
WhatsApp.
past, like, for, like, the messenger. That's been useful for, like, organising stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that we don't even need anymore,
You could still
because
do
once
that
we
by
get the
phone,
initial
though.
message out, we don't
Yeah.
actually need it anymore. So I could easily now,
Yeah.
instead of using Facebook Messenger, just send out a mass text. It would still be the same thing.
Yeah.
Because with Facebook Messenger, I'd send out the message that I need for everyone to see, and then I'd
Yeah.
leave the conversation, and then everyone else would leave the conversation, because we don't need the rest of it, because it would
Yeah.
just descend into chaos if there's 15 people in this one conversation.
WhatsApp does that anyway.
Yeah, and also word of mouth.
Word of mouth, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I tell you, you tell Chris, Chris tells Julia. Yeah, simples.
yeah.
Like the olden days, Matt. The
Yeah,
olden
the
days.
olden days.
Okay, what else are we
Where
on?
people used to talk.
Yeah, where people used to talk.
Well, I
So
just want to make a point. Like, I think we really should be able to, like, live better without the internet. I do think
think
we're far too connected to the
we
internet.
really
in
are.
general.
I think what we need to go back to dial-up.
Yeah.
Because that way we only have a limited time on it. So after 6 for a couple of hours.
Yeah. And you
After
appreciate
6
it
o'clock.
more.
Huh?
And you appreciate it more. as well, I
Yeah,
think.
exactly. Before it used to be a treat, and now it's something that happens 24/7. I'm always
Yeah.
on the internet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is. We do need... But then, because we've gotten so used to having internet everywhere, if it got taken away from us, we'd all go insane.
Yeah. We'd protest.
Yeah. See,
That's when we'd get principles. Yeah, that's when we'd get principles. When the internet's taken away from us.
Yeah. No, because I used to say I'd really love to live in like a hut or an igloo away from society.
Yeah.
But I have a side note saying I still have to have Wi-Fi to survive.
Yeah.
Okay, Twitter, I think I've talked about, like, throughout loads of different episodes. I don't really need to
Yeah.
go into that, do I? Everyone
Really?
knows what it is. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
mind Twitter, actually. I think
I don't. See, I
it depends
really don't
on what you use it for. Obviously, if you're using it for tweeting malicious things at people, probably you deserve to go to jail. But
Yeah.
if it's like the odd tweet, as long as you don't get too invested and you're not doing it all the time,
Yeah.
and you're not getting too obsessive over it. I don't know how you get too obsessive over it, but
Yeah.
and I also use it as a source for news and things,
Yeah.
because I follow like BBC News and all these film and TV websites like Geek Nation and stuff. So
Yeah.
again, I use that for news, and I use it to follow people that I like, so I keep up to date on things that are coming out from them.
Yeah. See, my problem with Twitter is it's full of people with opinions. And there's far too many opinions, and like you really don't need all those people having have the ability.
Yeah, but
to
then
air
Matt,
their
you
opinions.
just be like me. You don't pay attention to their opinions. I don't actually go on to random people's tweets. I don't search Twitter
Yeah.
for like their hashtags or whatever. I just stick to myself and whoever I'm following.
Yeah. True.
So that I think that's the best way
But
to be.
sometimes you can't necessarily avoid that because if the people you're following, they have opinions. And then
Yeah, but again, it's like the Facebook thing. If you're not in my top 5, I'm not going to see it. I'm not going to search you out.
those top 5 still might have opinions though. So
Yeah, but I move along to the next one. It's fine.
yeah,
And sometimes I just unfollow them if I really don't like it.
yeah.
But I was going to say something.
Really,
I've forgotten now.
it's unlikely.
No, but I think the way I use Twitter is probably the best way to be
Yeah,
because I use it for my own tweets and then I follow people that I actually know of. I don't go searching for trouble.
yeah,
Or I don't go searching for conversation. Sometimes conversation finds me because I hashtag on Twitter. So if people
Yeah.
are searching for those things and they find me, they might tweet me. And usually that's okay. I've only had really one bad conversation with someone. I told you about the Kardashian one, haven't I?
yeah,
Yeah, I've only had one bad conversation. All the other ones are actually all right. So you
Yeah.
actually get to talk to people that you would never have spoken to, ever. There's no way that you would have
Yeah.
met these people about things that your friends aren't into. Like, I remember when I was watching the Veronica Mars movie, none of my friends watched Veronica Mars.
yeah,
So I was tweeting about it, and then I got into, like, really long conversation with some girl about Veronica Mars. Again,
Yeah.
that wouldn't happen. Like, without
Yeah.
social media, that wouldn't happen. Yeah, you used to have the message boards. But message boards now, I think I've spoken about that as well. Message boards are just full of trolls.
yeah.
You can't have a decent conversation. They're just full of trolls and immature twits. You can't have an
Yeah.
honest to God conversation with anyone. So I really like Twitter for that.
Yeah, I think the thing about social media is that it's like a lot of the time it's people like they say things on social media they wouldn't dare say in like
Yeah,
real
that's-
life or to
yeah,
other
that's
people's
people that
faces.
are ballless.
Yeah,
Yeah, whereas like that's what I do. I wouldn't tweet anything if I wouldn't say it.
yeah,
Just tweet. Yeah, but then again, I don't really tweet malicious things about anyone.
Yeah.
So I don't really have anything to worry about. But
Also,
Yeah.
I think the problem with Twitter, there's a bit of like a mob mentality about it in some ways. Like, because I remember when I was on, I remember like, I followed Stephen Fry, and if he said anything that like the mob disagreed with, they'd hound him off pretty much.
yeah, I don't
It's
actually
very,
sort.
like-
I sort of don't understand why celebrities want to be on
Yeah.
Twitter because they're way too connected with their fans. Then
Yeah,
because it sort of gives people like a right. Gives people a
Yeah.
feeling that they actually have a right to say what they want because
Yeah.
these people are there. But yeah, it's just you wouldn't say it to them in real life.
Yeah.
Like if I can't think of someone I don't like,
Shia
I really
LaBeouf.
can't. For some reason, I've got Shia LaBeouf. Yeah,
I don't
if
even know
Shia
if he's
LaBeouf, I
on
don't
there.
even know if he's on Twitter actually.
yeah. You haven't searched then.
I haven't searched, no. Why would I want to follow him? He probably says something obnoxious anyway. But then again, I probably feel like I probably would tell Shia LaBeouf if I met him that I think he's an obnoxious twit.
Yeah.
But I don't think he'd care as well.
I don't know. See, that's the thing. If someone like forced their attentions on you, I think you're more than right to say that. But if you just like saw him somewhere and just said you're shit, I think that's
Yeah,
a
no,
bit
that's
harsh.
what I don't get.
I think that's just being a dick.
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't search out for I don't know, some people for some reason don't like Jennifer Lawrence. If I
Yeah.
didn't like Jennifer Lawrence, I wouldn't search her out and tweet her, you're a shit.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason for it. Like, if I had a reason for it, like she'd insulted, I don't know, my
Yeah.
grandmother or something, then that's
Yeah.
a validation.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't, because I don't know these people personally. So
Yeah.
I can't actually insult them personally. I could say, I did not like the way you acted on here.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, between you and I, you know that sometimes I don't like people for no reason. It's like, I just think I don't like them.
Yeah.
I don't know, they've got an air about them that just puts me off. That's
Yeah.
between me and you. I'm not going to, like, project it onto that person that I don't like, because they could be perfectly fine. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell them, oh, I don't like you.
Yeah. I think
Apart from Kim Kardashian, I will
Yeah.
tell her I do not like her. I have told her I do not
Yeah.
like her.
Yeah. I think like with celebrities, it's how their like image comes across sometimes. So you don't really know whether it's them or not. So
Yeah, exactly. So I've never really tweeted directly at a celebrity. I've mentioned them in the tweets because, again, I think this is something I've said before. I've mentioned them in the tweets, and sometimes they've taken notice, but I've never directly tweeted at someone.
Yeah.
Because I don't live for tweeting. Because some people do, though. Some people, that's all they do constantly. And it's really, really sad and pathetic. And I'm just like, well, no.
It does make me laugh, like, when they text these accounts that are in the name of, like, a celebrity. And it's clear the celebrity's not the person that actually answers, like, these...
Yeah, because some of them are just run by the management or the PR.
And it's just, like, so funny when they tweet these accounts. And they don't even answer half the time.
Yeah.
You're like, you think
It's
you're
true,
actually
'cause-
talking to these people.
Yeah, but then some of these accounts exist, because I understand why all these celebrities made Twitter accounts and verified their accounts. Some of these accounts just exist because people are making fake accounts in their names.
Yeah.
So if I was a celebrity and I didn't want to join Twitter, I'd still make an account and verify it so
Yeah.
no one could come and make a fake account.
I think also it's become like a publicity tool as well.
It is a publicity tool, because most of the people I follow, they only really tweet about, like, some of them tweet like quite frequently, but most of them just tweet about projects that they have coming up, which is
Yeah.
fine. That's why I follow them, so
Yeah.
I can keep up to date and I don't actually have to search for it. That's a good thing about social media, both Twitter and Facebook. You don't have to search for the things that you're looking for.
Yeah.
You just have to follow them and it comes to you.
I suppose, in a way, that's a good
Yeah.
thing about Twitter.
Yeah. Like, my Tumblr account, I still don't know what that is. I really don't, because I made it and me and Chris spent one night on it and we've not been back since.
Yeah.
Like, it's like blogs, I think.
Yeah.
And you reblog them, because I see, like, the shots on Facebook, so people take screenshots of it, and I'm just like, that's really funny. I'm going to join Tumblr and get involved. And I didn't know what to do. I really did not know what to do. I think I'm a bit too old for it, maybe. Maybe it's for the younger generation. I feel so old even just saying that.
Yeah.
But I think that Tumblr, the limited amount of time I spent on there, I feel like it's more preteens and teenage people. Girls, mainly.
Yeah, maybe. I know a lot of, like, the Sherlock fans, the really big Sherlock fans.
Yeah, I know, because anything
no.
cult fandom-y,
Yeah.
they gain a following on Tumblr, but that's because it's cult. I don't think it's designated just to Tumblr. I think it's everywhere, but they have a fan base there.
From what I've seen of Tumblr, it's weird, like people just, like, reblog it or something like that.
Exactly, that's what I don't understand. That's why I've not been back.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the last... Actually, no, I have LinkedIn, but I've not used it, so I can't really comment on that. I think that's just Facebook for work, isn't it? It's like an online job applications or CVs. Online CV, that's it.
Yeah. I remember, because what's the other social media? I was
There's
on Bebo
Pinterest
for a
as well,
while.
and I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Pinterest, I think, is just photos, from what
okay.
I know.
Because I was told to join Pinterest, and I'm just like, I have enough trouble keeping up with the social media I have.
To be honest, if you got Instagram, you don't need really a Pinterest, I don't think.
Okay, so Pinterest is generally just photos then?
Yeah, I find Pinterest, like, really confusing, because whenever I've gone on, like, on other people's accounts, because there's, like, photos. Because it's one of those things where, like, when you search on Google Images, it's got the photos up on there. So it's not like Instagram, because that's usually, I think, private.
Oh.
So when you search, like, Google Images, it's full
Actually,
of, like,
no, with
Pinterest
Instagram,
photos.
I think you can change your settings to private and public. I think it's the same as every other social media.
Well,
But you know what? I think every form of social media should start off private unless you decide to change it.
Yeah.
I would feel safer. Because I know I have, like, cousins and things that joined Facebook before they were legally... I think you have to be 13, don't you?
Yeah.
So when they were really young, and I don't like the idea that they joined Facebook and their accounts are public.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't have thought about changing the privacy settings. I mean, I didn't change them until a few years ago, and I'm 23.
Yeah.
So we've essentially got children on Facebook, Twitter, whatever, Instagram. Their accounts are public, not private, so anyone can take a look at them.
Yeah.
It is wrong. I think for security reasons, every form of social media should start off private.
Yeah.
And if you're a public person, maybe you can change it to public. But I think it should all be private.
Yeah.
And if you don't want a private account, you just make a page instead, rather than a account. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like a Facebook page rather than an account.
See, what I think should probably happen is, once you get to 16, you should be allowed to have a Facebook account. But before then, you shouldn't. I think that's
It's 13. It's not even 16. It's 13.
Jesus.
Yeah,
I
really
think,
young,
I think
isn't
it
it?
should be 16. I don't
Yeah,
see it really
but then
soon.
there's no. All you have to do is check a box.
Yeah.
They were just like, "Are you?" Oh, actually, no. When you put your date of birth in, you just put the wrong date of
Yeah.
birth in. You put down the wrong year.
Yeah.
So it's easy to fake that as well.
What I should say is in an ideal world, 16.
Yeah, in an ideal world. In an ideal world, people under the age of 16 should have limited internet usage anyway.
Yeah.
Basically, the parents should sort out the parental control. The parents are really bad. They just let their kids do anything they want on the
Actually, in
internet.
an ideal world, anyone under 16 should be up a chimney cleaning it. So, you know.
Anyone under 16 should just be on an island somewhere far away.
I do kind of take that policy. Children should be both not seen and not heard,
Yeah,
pretty much.
pretty much. Remember
Yeah.
High Five and MySpace and Bebo?
I don't actually. I remember Bebo. I was never on the other two.
Really, I was on all of them, and I don't think I used to really love Bebo because you'd make quizzes about yourself, and MySpace, the only thing I did on it was sort out my layout.
Yeah.
So I'd like change because you could have different backgrounds and stuff. So I'd spend all day sorting it out, and then the next day I'd come on and change it again. That was my fun. And in High Five, I don't understand why I was on it. High Five, I think my profile picture was one of a car. I think I still have all these accounts because whenever I Google myself, because I do it all the time, I master Google all the time.
So,
Whenever I Google myself, I see so many accounts come up and so many different things that I didn't realise I was on. And clearly I didn't make those accounts because I know some websites take your information and make those accounts for you. Because I've got clicked on one and then they were just like, oh, if you want to claim your account, just sign up here. And it's like, fuck you, you've got my picture, it's my account. But I've got so many that I don't remember ever joining.
yeah.
And I really wish I did because I would go on and delete all of them. Because they must have been from years ago. I must have been like 11, 12, 13 or ridiculously young to make those accounts.
What were you doing on the internet at that time?
We got internet in my house when I think I was about 4 or 5. So we got internet, like, we've had internet for a while, but it was dial-up, first of all.
My God.
We only got broadband when I was, like, 12, 13. No, actually, no, it was before then. No, yeah, it was before then. We got dial-up when I was still in primary school. Not dial-up, broadband, when I think I was just finishing up primary school, so I think I was about 11. Because I have older siblings as well, so they needed the internet. I should probably explain. My parents did not just get this internet for a 5-year-old. I had older siblings that were in college and secondary school, and they needed internet to do work, and because everyone else is getting it too.
Yeah, I don't think I knew about the internet until I went to like secondary school or something.
Really?
Like that. Yeah.
I still remember the first computer we had. It was like it was from a brand called Tiny, which don't exist anymore. And I find that funny. I find that funny because the computers were massive.
Yeah, it was fucking huge. The one we
Yeah,
had.
they were massive. Yeah, it was called Tiny. This is more what we talk about in our technology episode.
Yeah. God, if you
But
dropped one of those on your foot, that would hurt.
Oh, yeah. That's horrible.
Yeah.
But they were shit computers as well. They would not
yeah.
last. Like, you'd always have to take them to get repaired.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Rubbish things.
Yeah. And now, I love how, like, now I'm looking at my laptop now and how small and compact it is. And that was what I started with, was a massive, tiny computer.
Yeah.
It's just, wow.
How
They
tiny
shrank
is
and
it
shrank
going?
and shrank, and now I can fit it into my bag
Yeah.
and take it out with me.
Although the Mac's still quite heavy, isn't it, compared to
Yeah,
other-
my one is because it's quite an old one, but I've
Yeah.
gotten used to the weight.
Yeah.
I think that's all it... Because, like, some people that have the newer Macs, which are thinner and more shit, they think mine is really heavy, but I don't really feel it.
Yeah. That's what she said.
We haven't done that this episode.
I know. We had to get it in at some point. That's what she said.
Yeah, that's what she said. Anyway, so do you actually think social media is a good thing? I think that was the point of this episode, wasn't it?
Well, in moderation, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'm really
I think
tempted to
everything
say it's not. Because I really, in some ways, I really don't think it is.
I think there should be some, like, assessment before you get a social media account, because
Yeah.
some people really don't deserve it.
Yeah.
Those people that post like 50,000 times a day about the most meaningless things, or those
Yeah.
trolls on the internet, or those people that attack random people on the internet.
Yeah.
So I think there should be more regulations in making accounts.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's altogether bad because, like I said, I'm actually on both Facebook and Twitter, and I use it to get my news and things from and get updates
Yeah.
rather than having to search it out, rather than having to read a newspaper
Yeah.
or buy a newspaper.
Yeah.
So instead of buying, I don't know, the Sun or whatever, the Daily Mail, I'll follow BBC News, ITV News, everything on Twitter, and they send me the news. I just look
Yeah.
on their newsfeed and click on the articles. So I think, like you, I think it's in moderation. It's good. You have to. It has to be the right personality using it
Yeah.
because some people just don't use it properly. I think so. I think there should be more regulations to using it. I think if you don't use it properly, you should be blocked. Like those people, random people that would attack random people or their schoolmates on Facebook or Twitter, because people kill themselves because of that stuff. I mean, we
Yeah.
talk about it in the trolls one, but people kill themselves because of getting attacked on the internet. So there must be, and I think Twitter should just hand over the records freely if there's been some sort of an attack or suicide attempt or some sort
Yeah.
of form of bullying going on. I think they should just hand over the records, no red tape.
Yeah.
That should be part of the terms and conditions to signing up. Or the same thing with Facebook as well.
Yeah.
And then you should just block them for life. You can't actually, because you've got the IP address as well.
Yeah.
So if you save the IP address, block that person for life. They shouldn't have an account. Clearly, they don't know how to use it.
Yeah. I definitely think you're right there in those kind of cases.
Yeah, I love how we kept it light-hearted, and right at the end,
Yeah.
we mentioned the bullying and the suicide.
Yeah.
Well, we wanted to do something light-hearted because I feel like we should do it and take turns. Like one week will be light-hearted, one week we'll talk about a murder, the next week it will be light-hearted.
Yeah.
I mean, that will never work out if me and you are doing them together
True.
constantly. Because the next one's going to be about murder, and so is the one after that.
Yeah. Well, you know.
So we're both actually agreed on something for once.
Yeah.
We think it's good in moderation. You just have to
Yeah.
be careful how you use it.
Yeah. I mean, I just think there's too many idiots on social media.
There is. I think there's just too many idiots in general. I think the world needs assessing. You should assess every human
Yeah.
being every couple of years, and if you deem them too idiotic, you pack them away off to that island, to the Sandwich Islands.
Yeah, as I said earlier, I think it's just like there's too many people with too many opinions, and it's like an online pub basically, or things like that.
But you could be like me and not look for those opinions.
Yeah.
Again,
Well,
like moderation,
the
as long as you know how
problem
to
is
use
you
it.
can't avoid them sometimes.
Yeah.
Because everyone's got a bloody opinion. Whoever you follow's usually got some kind of bloody opinion.
I guess I'm so egotistical, I don't pay attention to people's opinions. I just care about my own. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. You're so egotistical.
This is the most civil episode that we've had.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think we've agreed on lots of
Throughout this
we usually
episode.
agree, don't we, though?
Yeah, and in the end.
Yeah,
In the end, we agreed, but we agreed throughout the whole of this, and it was quite weird that this episode went so smoothly.
Yeah.
Without any arguments.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think it's time we bid good day because I wasn't expecting an episode to be on social media to run this long.
No, you weren't?
No, it was not.
It sounds though.
Yeah, that's true.
We can't talk about anything quickly.
No, that's true. We need to shut that up.
Yeah.
Okay. Good day.
Good day.